Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for checking out my journey, checking out my videos and subscribing to my channel. I just want to say a big thank you 1,000 times to all of you guys for your comments and feedback and support. I always read all the comments, I always check out what you guys are saying, and I appreciate it 1,000 times, more than anything, I really do. And I just want to talk about, in this video, about how I was actually adopted from Arkhangelsk, Russia in the early 90s. And it's a story that is very incredible for me because it definitely changed my life, and not just mine but my brother's life as well, because I was only 2 years old when I was adopted and I actually didn't realize what was going on because I don't remember anything. And so that's definitely something that changed my life for forever. As soon as I was born, my birth mother left me in the hospital and I was then placed into the regional orphanage in Arkhangelsk, Russia. And for the first 2 years of my life I was in there, and without me knowing, of course, I was adopted out when I was 2 years old by my New Zealand parents. So they weren't able to have children. They realized this, I think, after they got married in 1990, and it took them a while to understand what they could do or how they could do it or how they could grow a family, so they decided to adopt from Russia. Now, they had some friends who had already adopted from Russia, and in the 1990s, ICANN's Intercountry Adoption New Zealand helped facilitate over 700 adoptions around New Zealand, which was pretty incredible. And to think of that, I only know a few of Russian adoptees in New Zealand, but it's an incredible community, and it was pretty incredible to see so many children adopted out into New Zealand from the 1990s. So my parents were one of them, and it's amazing. My parents adopted both of us, but I think it's pretty incredible for what they did back then. And so what happened was, I was only 2 years old, and my parents went over to Russia in July 1994. They went to Arkhangelsk. They had never been to Russia before. They don't know anything about it. They told the whole family that they were going to adopt children from Russia. And I remember my mum telling me that the grandparents and all of that were a bit skeptical, and they're thinking, wow, well, you know, you're going to go to Russia and you're going to pick up 2 children. But it was one of the best decisions they've ever made in their lives, and it definitely changed my life for the better. And I think it was pretty incredible for what they did. So they went to Russia in 1994. They went to Arkhangelsk. They stayed with a friend. They also had a translator there that they had all facilitated. It was all facilitated, all organized through the adoption agency here in New Zealand, which was pretty incredible. And so what happened was, they went over there and they went straight to the orphanage. After a few days, they went to the orphanage and they picked my brother out and picked me out at the same time on the same day. We're both in separate groups inside the orphanage in Arkhangelsk, but we were definitely there ready to go with our family. And so it was pretty incredible for that to actually happen with my mum and dad. They went out, they videoed and filmed everything, and there's a lot of video and footage of me getting picked up, my brother as well, all getting picked up with the other children, and just seeing that, looking back on that, it's definitely saying that's an incredible video to watch, because I don't remember anything myself, but just seeing what the time was like then, it's pretty special and pretty amazing, and it's something that we always look back on as a family. And to us, it's very open to us. We have that Russian side within our family, we have the New Zealand side, but to us it's very special. And it's always something my parents are always open and honest about, and for that I'm very thankful to them for what they did and making that big decision to go and adopt us into our family. Now, there's a lot of things that are quite heartbreaking, like when children are adopted out at an older age, it can be hard, or when they're not adopted out at all. Now, I believe, for myself personally, I believe that every child should be adopted into a family. The orphanages in Russia, for what I know from my experience from my orphanage in Russia, I know they did a good job with looking after us. But despite that, there's always sides where every child should be placed into a family as soon as they can. I believe that every child should have a family to be raised with. That's important for every child. I believe that. Obviously, I was 2 years old, so I don't remember anything from the orphanage, but I just want to say a big thank you to my parents for making that decision. And we have a special day in our family. It's the 1st of August 1994, and that is the day when we're officially registered into the family. It's our adoption day, and every year we celebrate it as a family. It's a special day for us. It's something that we always talk about. It's a time where we all get together. It's a day that we always look back on and we go, wow, that's been 20 or so years. You were adopted out 20 plus years ago, and it's something that we're always very special about for us as a family. So we get together every 1st of August every year, and we always celebrate that day, as this is when we're part of the Gilbert family, and this is the day when everything changed for all of us. And that's something that I'm very proud of. So I thought I'd tell you that story about my family, about how I was actually adopted out into my family. It's something that I'm very open to talk about. It's awesome to talk about it. Thank you so much for listening to this story. Spasibo большое. Thank you very much. Я говорю по-русски чуть-чуть. Чуть-чуть. Я благодарен. Спасибо большое. И спасибо большое. Привет из Новой Зеландии. Thank you very much. Пока, до свидания. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. Go ahead, check out my other videos. I thank you so much for all your feedback, all your support. And you can check me out on social media as well. So I am on social media. Please also visit the I'm Adopted Facebook page, a community for adopted people worldwide to share their stories, share their journeys, and share their experiences. I created that a while ago now, but I'm very proud of it. It's an open community. It's online. There's a private group. There's a public group. There's all of that. So you can check that out if you want to speak to other people who are adopted. Reach out to the community. Share your story. Thank you very much. До свидания. Пока-пока. Спасибо большое. Thank you. Thank you very much.